One. Hey lads, how you doing? My name is Wizard, and welcome back to Amnesia the Bunker. When we last left off, I ensured most of our progress was saved from that entire super long plan of getting things set up to have areas opened and also to scout out for other resources. When we last left off, I believe that we were trying to get back into maintenance, but we ended up almost soft-locking ourselves. I haven't returned to the save, but this is my first time going back to the save. On the other side of things, I've completed a run with all of the resources spawned, or capable of spawning, according to the custom settings at least, but there could be different items in different places, I don't know. But I at least know for sure that I did it despite the same settings, it's just the resources cranked up high. I mainly did this for me, and just so I can keep my own brain fresh on this type of game, because this game is super fun. And before I decide to wander off in some other direction with another game, I still want to at least commit to this game enough to finish a single playthrough on it, and so that any other subsequent video idea I decide is like, oh hey, I randomly decided to do this, we're just going to do this for the sake of doing this because I thought that was fun. Anyway, let's go back to the first save. We last played, this is 5 days ago, this is on a Sunday. I made sure to at least remember the day that I record. It's for like record keeping, I guess. Just something more so for myself. Remember that you can overcome most obstacles in multiple ways. Use your wits and brains. Experiment. If you think something might be possible to do, it probably is. Man, I haven't had El Pollo Loco in a while. That's like that fast food Mexican place that America has. Really good cheap pollo bowls. Like I got 2 of them for like $10. This isn't free advertising or anything. It's just like what a, like I'm remembering it fondly right now because I used to live on that. When I used to live in this apartment complex that had the feeling of a hotel. I'll tell more about that story once we hit another safe spot, but let's remember really fast where we left off. So, we need to get into maintenance. We use the grenade to ignite a corpse. That's where we left the save off, or at least we're about to do that. We have the safe room grace period. I believe what one of the doors is? No, both of the doors are fine. So, the sides of the screen are red, and we're what is that? 40% health, almost half health. We're at 60% health, give or take. We're not actively slowed down, but we're not at 1/3 damage nor 2/3 either. That might just be 1/3. 2/3 before it hits death. I could be reading that wrong. But yeah. So once we get in there, we can go through the pillbox and secure the stuff in there. Did we grab any new dog tags? We have Fortin's tag. We can get access to the shotgun. We just don't have any shells, which sucks. And Barden's. I forget, what does he have? Does he have the... He has the lighter, but I think the lighter's in the arsenal. Okay. Let's take a quick walk. So, clearly, because it's been a couple days, like, I'm recording this on the 28th. It's almost 6 in the morning. Good morning, early bird risers. So I'm recording this super early because that's actually the best time that I have to kind of do these recordings uninterrupted, because, you know, the world's asleep, and I love staying up because for a long time those are like my prime time hours. Those are like the hours where I'm uninterrupted and I'm doing whatever I want, and I relish in that notion because, oh man, like being in that free space where you can do whatever you want and no one's bothering you is really, really empowering. Not many people are lucky enough to really take advantage of that. Important. So, this is an upside because we know the shotgun. 96. It's 96. 7. Okay. It's always amusing when the bunker decides to do the chimichanga or something. So now we have the shotgun. So this awesome piece of engineering and ingenuity can instantly stun stagger. What the fuck happened? Holy shit, that looks so cool. Wow. I guess the game really wanted me to showcase this thing, so I guess we're just gonna do it like this. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I thought that was really fucking funny. I'm so glad this is recording, what the fuck? Some of the craziest shit ever. Yeah, so this shotgun, it holds 7 rounds, as I've explained in the practice video. But with the shotgun, you can basically break any wooden door and do a large stun on the monster, and you can instantly destroy any wooden obstacle if you deem it necessary. But that being said, just because you have access to the shotgun doesn't mean that you have access to the ammo for it. Ammo is actually much more scarce than the revolver bullets. The fact that I have 4 of them, but I haven't found the gun yet, it speaks a lot. But those 4 bullets solves 4 problems, or defends me 4 times, whichever you think of it for. So for now, against better judgment, I will leave the shotgun here. Why? Because if I have no ammo in it, why the fuck am I carrying it? I'm carrying a giant paperweight if I have no ammo. Sure, it might make me feel better. I'm walking with a giant, like, repurposed walking cane, but without any ammo, it doesn't mean anything. Sure, maybe the monster might think, oh, he has a weird stick that makes a clicking sound. Oh man, until he feels it fire back at him, then oh, that's when he should worry. I think the monster behaves differently once you start fighting back. Or at least the monster begins to respect that, oh, you have means to fight back now. That's not good. Anyway, so now that we have the shotgun, finally, in Mrs. Storage, and we have 2 more fuels, which equates to 2 saves, or 2 out of the however many things in the generator. And we'll have to make that super scarce because, like, once we turn the power on with whatever's in the generator, we have to make a straight beeline to what we need to do with the power. And after that, it doesn't matter anymore. So, Outclear has a medkit and more bullets. Didn't I grab your tag? I don't remember grabbing your tag. I've never grabbed your tag. And I also discovered something in a different save. I'll re-mention it later when I'm in an appropriate area to showcase it, but the other saves do enable me to come back to this game at different angles to find something interesting to talk about related to the game that makes the important game, this one, much more meaningful. So look, while we're doing that, we're still securing stuff, we're still doing stuff, so really, I'm not wasting time, I'm just kind of walking and talking, because it's also me trying to remember where I left off, because I will need a considerable amount of fuel if I'm going to save the guy and get the bolt cutters in one go, and have a save primed before that. So while I'm busy talking, I'm actually quietly just thinking of a plan while I look at the board here, and it's like, okay, I need secure access to maintenance if I'm going to make the prison plan to come to fruition. Once I have maintenance opened up, or at least secured a route through there, Arsenal becomes far easier. Trying to go to Arsenal now without, well, fire actually just sucks. And once we get access to the stuff that's really important inside of maintenance, then the entire game starts to be less overwhelming, but it could still kill you just as fast. Like, just because you gain access to new tools doesn't mean you should get overconfident with them. Right, I remember now. So here's where we left off from the last save. I have to purposefully do this because for some reason I forgot that I left the gas kind of bugged. I'm assuming the game does this to prevent a soft lock, which is easy for me to assume because it's Naples. I got that from Bricky. You should go look at him. He's a really cool YouTuber. He does awesome things. Anyway, so from last time we left off on that episode, we actually moved the barrel there, but because the barrel transitioned in between areas, it never stopped loading the gas. And the game kind of got confused, or at least I want to think so, on what's active gas and what isn't. Because to me, that gas looks like a fog. It looks like a texture. But the fact that the rats aren't dying to it, despite the fact that that can is already there, is like, cool. Do I want to test if that gas is lethal or not? And sack whatever progress I got walking into that gas and then die? No. No, no, no. So I'm just going to wait up for the long fire duration. Because I didn't really feel... I was kind of out of energy by the end of that recording. I was like, you know what? We'll come back to this at another time when we're fresh, rejuvenated, cool. Ooh. Some more dust friends. So while we're still waiting for that fire, I'm gonna take a little bit of a spoonful of my rice and beans. Ironically, it is a really good mix, no matter what people think. Awkward staring while I'm just looking at this. Now. I also have a can of Dr. Pepper. I decided to shake things up a bit. And instead of getting like a usual 12-pack of Coke, I got a 12-pack of Dr. Pepper. Because it is really good, but like, I loved how good it is. I just didn't like how frequent I was having Coke. Because of that whole thing was like, well, for me, I could always have Coke, well, Coke after Coke after Coke, but with Dr. Pepper, it's like, if I have more than two or in a short amount of time, it's like, the flavor's like already, it's too saturated and I can't taste anything else. It's like, damn, it sucks that such a good drink has that kind of downside for me. It's like, well, I don't know, just some random thoughts. Surely by now, the fire actually died down. I could be wrong, but we're going to go check. The reason why I did check last time is because I sensed that the monster was continuing to stand inside the fire, constantly getting hurt, constantly refreshing itself. That looks so weird. Constantly refreshing itself, and if it didn't do that, I wasn't sure if the monster was moving, so I felt, well, it's either I stand there and wait, or I just load the save. Judging by that, that looks safe, but I don't know how to feel about the gas. Doesn't matter, though. Because we got through. That grenade trick worked. I don't know much about that gas, though. Okay, cool. We're now back in maintenance. If I recall correctly, I just need another grenade. So, I think... Unless I could open this room, by the way. Like, if he ever spawns in that same room, he could actually open the lock with the explosive that spawns there. Monster has a really good habit of just roaming once you start opening up the areas. Which mostly is a good thing, not too much of a bad thing. But it's also important to try to not... Already tripped this trap, so we don't need to worry. Yeah. Cool. It's important to know how you react, because once you understand your enemy, after understanding how you function, the enemy will tell you all you need to know before they do a thing. From movements to growls to intentions behind both. You learn how to read your opponent after you know yourself well enough. So we're in this situation again. Best case scenario is that we wait, because I have the gas mask now, and the pantry door is open. What does that tell me? Drag can did work, to an extent. Yeah, it did work, because that means if the gas can's on the other side, then it's fine. I need to move those barrels now. Extract him over here. I'm trying not to purposefully get spotted. He's breaking the barrels, which low-key sucks, but whatever. Not the big deal. It's just like, for me, it's trying to create a safety path that kind of blocks the rats from actually trying to hit me. But that's just super wishful thinking. But he broke him, he broke him. That's what I mean. But still, me getting a bit closer towards getting to the other side. And then after that, we start performing the great bottle heist of... Actually, wait, I just need a gas grenade. What am I thinking? Because I remember, like, okay, I still need to go to the chapel inside the bunker to get the pillbox key because I lack a grenade. Like, I'm not actually soft locked. It was just I have to play really unorthodoxly to get back to this point because of the sequence of events that led up to here. Where you're moving in front of me. It's have to wait. You see that I tend to favor over here is because I'm more room to kind of read how he's doing. Like, you'll see a lot of the potential once I start making more progress in terms of access to fire, bullets, and clearing up routes. That once you're able to trust yourself to a specific degree, then nothing can hold you back. That makes 2 sound cues, which is the cost to get here. So I discovered something very useful in this area. I'm speaking slowly and like this because, well, I'm a bit of a goof. I'm actually a lot safer here than I was over there. So, this is fuel storage. Sometimes there's locker spawns in here. It sucks when that happens. There's also a chance for a brick and a gas can. I've had playthroughs where I've had both. I've had playthroughs where I didn't have either. Enjoy that thought. Well, it marinates in your head. Kind of like chicken. Chicken and rice. That's pretty good. So, you just saw we now have 3 saves that we just got. We now have the ultimate ability of pulling saves out of thin air. Because we like to crank it as much as these guys do. I mean, they're French for a reason, right? That's probably why they do it. No? Okay. He's still rolling. So let's leave the fuel here where we know where it is. He's downstairs. Let's wait for him to reposition. Back over there. Let's go to the shack. We died from a grenade here. Before we grab it, let's quickly grab the dog tags. It's really gnarly on here. I don't spend. Well, we found the code for the gun. Perfect. I don't spend a lot of time in here for a handful of reasons. Not because it's messed up. No, it's because like he knows when you're in here the first time around, which does suck. Oh, useful. I didn't know that a locker spawned here. Huh? This is new for me. Cool, we learned something new. Got a bullet and a medkit. On the max resource run, there's actually quite a lot of spawns for stuff in here. Like, unless he's roaming somewhere else, you're fine. I like to bring a gas grenade, throw it at the choke to prevent him from going through. I don't know know how far it is, but I don't want it to be illuminated. For that. I'll try to leave with some gas. Better yet, with alarms in time. Away. He's going towards the place that I actually need to go. No, he's actually in the middle of the hall. Careful. Now he's walking towards over there. Maybe he might go in the hole. Okay. He's behind that pillar thing over there. Left. Towards me. More left by the stairs. Is he gonna go in the hole or is he going downstairs? Sounds like towards the hole. That's actually downstairs. Okay. We now have some space. Well, we'll leave this here. Better we just get over there immediately. Now, I'm being extra safe rather than a bit, like, trusting. Because, you know, things have been working out so far, and they could easily be reset, so I'm trying not to ruin that. Access to the control box, granted. See, I like them up. Look at silly. Usually there's a trap over here, and there's that box here. This door is always locked, but breaking that lock or this thing grants you access to other arms. If you have the setting enabled, this little hook spawns a lantern. And sometimes there's supplies in here, but more often there's supplies in this thing and this thing. How do I know this? Because I'm a wizard. Let's close this for safety. So, just because you see daylight doesn't mean that you're safe. No. Actually, it introduces some of the more interesting perspectives that I love about this game. Oh, look at that. Oh man, our friend's dead. Fucking shit, that does not get any easier to brace yourself for. This is Stafford's Law. He always dies here. Well, not always dies here, but he always has his tag here. It's guaranteed. Nothing changes about that. And the game warns you pretty quick, hey, push control or that crouch button. Otherwise, you're gonna end up like that guy over there. Look at that splatter! That guy got creamed! I'm just kidding. I'm probably really sure that he was just a really scared guy. Jim, I'd be too. Because that's the craziest thing. Like, imagine that, like, your enemy peeks up out of this little thing and he gets his head shot off and not knowing that, like, oh man, yeah, I iced that guy. But when, like, these are the people that don't know the horrors behind this fucking bunker. And it's like, wow. I don't know, man. Like, that whole perspective, it's like, what the fuck are they fighting for? And then you remember, like, it's point in history, it's like, yeah, super important. And then the theatrical, but imagine if this happened instead. Take the, I don't know, just silly random talk. I think he also reacts if you hold a helmet. Yeah, yes, they do. Okay, let me see if I can... Eh. I'm done. So, you can't stand in that room, otherwise you die. If he's below you... If you kill me while I'm on the ladder, I'm actually going to be a little mad. I'm clearly inside. Like, like, if you shoot me through the wall, what type of German engineering do they got going there? One that pierces through the dirt like a drill. So he's still roaming. That's like his prowling phase. We can drag the brick over here to break this thing. So, bricks have more uses than just breaking doors. I discovered this on the other playthrough, and I would like to showcase it here. So let me go grab this brick that's right over here that we left it. Okay, caught. Never mind, they're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Because I didn't panic, I didn't make noise, I still secured what I came for, and I trusted that I would be okay. So we bring this brick. You're probably wondering, oh, why'd you bring it to the door? Because this is still a door, apparently. It's just a bunch of wood with no wall on it, and... it does make a loud noise, but no matter how you spin it, we will investigate. But other lockers. So if you have a brick and you decide to use both uses of that brick on that door, you can gain access to the pillbox early, foregoing the chapel sequence. But you're making too loud noises, and now you're forced to deal with this situation in this specific way, where all you can do is just wait. Going up puts you in a more precarious situation where you have a person with the ranged option attacking you, compared to a being that can't understand you and just wants to kill you. So I like to imagine, man, this is the safest spot in the entire part of the bunker. Like, nothing can get me up here unless it just straight up said, nope, you idled too long on the ladder. I got bored watching this pillbox. Or for some goofy reason. Now I imagine in a scenario like this, hey man, you pick up any advantage you can get if you're caught between a rock and a hard place, or in this case, a monster and a German sniper. Well, I could be wrong about the ethnicity of the sniper, I don't know, but I imagine this is during World War I. And we are a French soldier, so we must be fighting with Germans, and we have a German in our prison. That makes much more sense, I think. Now, I do want to still try to do the prison sequence, keeping that German dude alive, because I like to think that no matter how the game ends, the main character still tries to plead with the Germans, saying that, like, no, somehow, despite the language barrier, to communicate, I have one of your allies inside our prison. I just escaped near death. If I will surrender, if you don't kill me, and I'll leave you to him. Bargaining chip. It's not exactly selling out the prisoner, it's more so like, hey, I saw a threat bigger than the both of us. Please understand that despite the scariness, you're still here, and I'm the reason why. If the guy would even believe it, because you don't even have the option to take out the guy's blindfold, which is kind of stupid. We have a grenade. We have ooh, another grenade. Grenades are so fun. They're usually they're not fun on the other end though. But. Okay, so we have 3 grenades. Face value. So we can actually break this. Or not. Oh. Okay, we have a cloth. Great. Yeah, some of these boxes you can actually break. Sometimes they have stuff, other times they don't. But it's because of that random chance, or I guess it's random, that you could still use the bricks to get something. He blew himself up. How do you do that? See, look at that. We have a flare and a gas grenade. And I didn't even know that stuff was there. But I tried that in my other playthrough and it spawned different things. It's like, interesting, interesting. Let me try that in the playthrough where I'm recording it. Cool. And I do believe it does impact brick durability, but only slightly. Okay. Wow. So we have a flare, a gas grenade. This is really good, actually. Because now we can start a fire if we need to. And I know where. The place where it matters the most. It's on its way back. Let's break that last one. Part of time. You can kind of gauge based on how far that growl is to his movement, to how fast, to how loud it is, to dictate distance. You're just gonna see a bunch of broken boxes. He's not gonna see movement. He's not gonna see me. I'm already out of my Dr. Pepper. Man. He growled and he growled. Look at him. I love that this game does this visual effect when you're looking at him that like tells you like you're staring right at him, but it doesn't tell you whether he's looking at you or vice versa. I love that part about them, like because it knows, like it just tells you like you've been spotted or you're seeing him and like you need to keep it gone. Cool. Growl into the walls. There must be some sort of animation for that growl. I don't know. I can't picture it for some reason. We might die here. No, we're good. We ascended too high. There's not much you can do about it. Yeah. It is a very real possibility, if I didn't make it up halfway through that ladder, that I would have gotten killed off of the ladder. Oh, but he did spot me, so that means we have to kind of sit up here for an extended period of time. That's okay. I'm leaving. I wonder if, like, I'm really glad that this is not in the game. I don't want to know if it's in the game. It probably isn't, because it's such an extreme, cruel idea, like what developer would put this in their game. But like, you notice how the top of this pillbox is already empty. Like, what if the developers decided, oh, I'm gonna prevent kind of some sort of abuse, the occasional booms, like if you're in this section you would get impacted by shrapnel or some shit. But like, that is like extremely specific, and that's like, I'm kind of glad that that isn't a thing, because this is still a game, no matter how you spin it. Like despite my own attachment to this game based on its experiences, its themes, like I'm just glad that this is still treated like a game with a lot of like care put into, like, yeah, you might be in really stressful situations, but like you can still overcome it if you pull the strength out of you too. So let's grab one fuel thing to save. Or one fuel to prep a fire, one to save, and then burn it. Actually left the area because you don't have the, you don't hear the, oh, it's down there. Okay. Idea. I set the fire to burn the corpse. He might spot me here. Big might, big might. No, he doesn't. Cool. And I do that on purpose because those rats are really annoying to deal with. So if I deal with them in that way, they're no longer an issue. Oh shit, that's really spotted here. What do we do? There's a high chance I might just get grabbed and die. I remembered that I stole the gas mask, so. So we need all the cloths we need for more Molotovs. Technically now we have access to Molotovs because then we have an unlimited fuel source. We just need to get back alive. It's a good thing I saved that trap for now because this creates an area of safety, albeit temporarily and albeit dangerously. Because now not even I can see past this fog. Close to see. He's not left, he's not right. Cool. Lads, see, sometimes the traps can save you. Better than some of your other stuff can. He's in that intersection. Let's just go to the fuel storage. So yeah, I could craft a Molotov. I don't want to. But, well, I'm gonna craft one now so I can carry the other ones, but Molotovs can't be used as saves. Because the game defaults you into throwing it, which low-key kind of sucks. But, I mean, it is what it is. It should not be out. He's around the corner, sure, but I saw him in his pathing and was like, I need to wait. Better wait. He's making his rounds, and I can't go out through the other way because I don't have anything to light the fires. So. If only you could reuse the gas canisters instead of completely discarding them. That's a better idea. A little texture thing that the devs overlooked. It's funny. So you see how we have to be a bit more quieter than usual, preferred. Because we've been spotted a handful of times and we would like to avoid being spotted more. Some person that didn't have a locker. That's okay. Just stick that stuff's cleared out. He's to our right, which is good. Now he's behind us. That means maintenance is now a lot easier. And this is open, which is even better. This saves us a bullet and the large explosive. Nothing, unfortunately. This is a break room, but there's hardly anything broke. Oh, wait, the entire room's broken. got out of that line of sight. Like, try to avoid all the long hallways or being in them as much as you can. What? Even I'm confused, man. What? The grenade should have exploded the corpse. Why am I injured? Well. There's not a lot I can do about this, actually. Please, big monsters, scare them, and don't turn around. I'm actually dead here. Because I'm injured, there's nowhere else I can go. There's not much I can do about it. But we know how that our entire plan worked out. I can't remember. Simply put, like, I'm already taking more damage, he's already right behind me. I did not anticipate the rats still being there despite the explosion. And I didn't have an active fire source. However, does that mean everything we did is wasted? No. It just means that, okay, we already know what to do once we got there. It's just showing us, oh, this is the unforeseen turn of events that I did not expect. That's why this ended this way. So let me think. See, now we're back here from that last save. Oh, never mind. This is the save where I almost finished the game. Where I had everything up until this point. Ignore all of this bit. Not really ignore it, but just know that, like, this is from my last save. My game's still doing the thing where it's loading up game 2 instead of game 1. But that's okay. So, yeah, I'm able to get more supplies through that little trick we found in that same save file that we just loaded out of. But at the same time, a new roadblock is shown, and it's right there by that C-section. And we didn't keep track of the Stratford's code. Okay, okay. Excuse me, that is on us. Now you could also say, Alex, why don't you just look at the recording? And it's like, yeah, but like, I already died and I'm already back here, and it's not like it would change something if I did purposefully remember it, but I didn't purposefully remember it. So to me, that feels like I'm kind of cheating myself. I don't know. That's just me, and I'll be anal about it, I guess. Okay, so we have the answer. It's right there. We have a save. Let's go secure the shotgun and whatever ammo was in there. Basically do it again, but better. So yeah, we're going to be walking for a little bit. We're going to be picking up stuff. We're going to be moving some other stuff. But most importantly, we're going to be trying to do that maintenance part again, just better. Likely with less resources used, although I doubt it. Kind of want to guess. I feel like I'm just going to be wrong, though. I don't know. 96, 7. So in the base game, you get the shotgun after you fight the shotgunner, which is ironically his name. The storyline, or the canonical name for that guy is Toussaint. Toussaint? Toussaint? I think that's the better pronunciation for it. He's the guy. It's just the guy that goes insane. But when we get there, if we get there in this episode, I don't know if we will. I will talk more about him because he's pretty interesting. He's really interesting to me. Bless you, bunker. Oh, bless you again. I don't know. Maybe the bunker just likes sneezing. Let's go pick up that shotgun and bring it back. I'm still injured, so I'm still walking everywhere. Oh. Like... I genuinely... I don't know why this happens. I also think it's interesting that, like, they chose to give the main character a shotgun, which makes more sense gameplay-wise, but in a time like this, during a war like this, they would probably issue them, like, probably a bolt rifle, or just like a service rifle that is just a straight semi-automatic, or just a bull-axe rifle, due to the time or so. Then again, though, this is a French soldier, and this is French warfare. But like, it would make more sense that there be more bolt rifles and that type of ammunition instead of only exclusively being just a revolver and a shotgun. But I don't know. Maybe they already tried it and all their stuff was taken out in the actual battle or lost or somehow. But this is theoretical compared to a min-max scenario, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to jog my memory while I try to remember, because I dislike that I have to burn a grenade there, because I could use that grenade to access pillbox early, skipping chapel, because, we're gonna have to go there anyway to get back to the code, so, whatever. Let's just do it. Now I hear the tense music starting, no big deal. Probably means that grace period is over. When there's just pure silence, it's like probably when you're likely the most safest, honestly. Yeah, that gas is showing up again because it remembers, like, oh yeah, right, your thing moved. Your thing, what a sentence. I'm kind of watching him. He's not going in the wall yet. He's walking away. It's genuinely a miracle that these guys can still breathe with having fire sit inside of a bunker. But then again, like the front entrance isn't fully blocked, but I doubt there's a lot of ventilation that leads in or out. Well, I will likely sit here till that fire dissipates, but I'm really hoping that that corpse does burn, so that the rats don't come back. Because that's what killed us last time. Cool, let's run this. Let's run away. You're safe. Barely. Jesus. He was waiting, just like I was. Interesting. Maybe he wanted to learn too. Like, how long does this fire last? Interesting. Interesting. What's even more interesting is why the fact that the gas is still there despite everything. Still though. I don't know. Now you breaking stuff out there. Oh, bless you, bunker. Like what, a bone saw? Oh, I started another recording by accident. Hi, if there's actually a clip in this, I accidentally hit my middle mouse, which started a new recording. It's pretty funny because I completely forgot that it did that. But I do know that middle mouse on Amnesia games allows you to rotate stuff, so that's probably what happened. Oops. That's okay. I was recording for about like 50 minutes on that one, so... this is just me trying to keep talking just so that you know this is still the same segment, that nothing's actually changed. Because the safe music did just start playing. But, yeah. Anyway. We still have this. We're still in the same save, so no, nothing's different. So, yeah. We did just... What is it? We were waiting for that fire to dissipate, and we got spotted, and he followed us and broke a couple stuff. I don't know what he broke, though. But... So, yeah, the corpse is not burned. That's so stupid. Ah, that actually annoys me, because that means they're gonna come back later. And there's not much I can do about this now. Oh, oh. Oh, gross. I made them move. Ew. This won't do anything, honestly, but it's just something from my mind. Cool, now we're back here. After a while of whatever we did to getting sent back. No big deal. Take off the gas mask. Alright. So we just inch our way through that door because that door is already open from the last time we did it. That's fine. That radius is actually really huge right now. Might enter the area soon. Just having a feeling. That looks weird. I'm leaving that one there because I already know it's already a fuel bottle. That one's always a fuel bottle. So unfortunately, because he isn't roaming, he will probably guarantee spawn once they enter chapel. And grab the key. So, never mind, he's over there. Have the brick here. Save for later. While we know where he is, you might as well enter chapel now. Before he starts moving in the right. Gardens. Here's... most of these first attempts is just me trying to see the route, but also trying to talk while I do it. And then when I do have to get myself back somewhere, I can get myself back there kind of really quickly. It's just me just walking in for the sake of walking in as I unlock the door. And now I see a ladder. Let's get spotted here. Well, this works out and it doesn't. This works out perfectly, actually. Because technically he's trapped over there. And the pillbox stuff is already open, so... Okay. What changes? Nothing. Really nothing. Now he would be behind me, but he's an opportunity to escape if he saves. Because that means everything's open. So that means I could use a save I gained here so that we could ensure all of our progress is now new. Thus turning the tides in our favor now that everything's open. We didn't lose anything by being spotted. Being spotted doesn't mean we died. Being spotted means think of something quick or else. Now these guys are dead. Perfect. So now I can actually burn that corpse for good and burn the other one. So look at that. Progress. We still have the gas mask on. I'm gonna take it off. Should be okay. Should be okay. So now we begin the great hunt for bottles. Bottles being our best friend, and that's why I was really scarce about using them. Just because they're the sound distraction doesn't mean that you should burn them willy-nilly. No, they are actually your greatest allies. Kind of hard to differentiate that, but look at that. We now essentially doubled our fuel supply, which is great. However, we lack the lighter. Is this an issue? No, it's not an issue. We're going to use... well, we will reserve the fuel for saving. Likely... Well, right now I think it doesn't matter. I think I'm just going to save just for the sake of saving. Because, like, might as well secure the progress while I still can. Because that comes like an issue of, like, me trying to get a route down. But by the same time, it's like I still want to feel like I'm progressing as well. So, let's do that together. So, let's see. In our safe room, we have... access? No, we have the code to the gun, which is in Barracks A. So we need to make a trip towards the soldiers' quarters, and from there, once we have access to the gun with our 5 bullets, we can now solve 5 problems. So now comes the issue of trying... Well, we have Foreman... No, we need to get Foreman Stratford's code back from maintenance because we opened the pillbox, sure, but we were forced to leave early. But now we saved, so now the route back there is faster. That's okay. Once you secure his dog tags, we will now gain access to the specialized wrench. We can get an ammo cache in Barracks B. Hopefully it's an ammo cache, I don't know. And something in the mess hall. And we get access to the prison's warden office. After having a lot of fuel for that next segment, which was hopefully where I want to leave off this episode on, we will get a lot done. And then after that, we'll take care of the prison bit next episode and see from there. So let's try to achieve something like that in this episode, or at least within the rest of this episode. So first, let's go secure the gun. And probably hurts a lot. remember like trying to mess around with the leaning controls in this game, or at least in one of the previous Amnesia games. It was always just funny just imagining someone walk like that, like super lean left and right with each step. Okay, so now we're back in the soldiers' quarters. We're going to attempt to secure the gun. So 42.7. Gun and 2 grenades. We can now solve multitudes of problems. It's over there, so let's go back to the safe room and inspect our brand new multi-tool. The grenade, I'm just kidding. It's obviously the pistol. So, as I'll talk about it on the way back, the pistol allows you to break locks, make a big fucking noise, kill a rat, ignite a fire, set off an explosive, damage a guy that's probably going to kill you, buy you time to run away, or with multiple bullets, you can hopefully put down the thing temporarily, and then run away. In Hitman, you can actually use this same concept of the pistol to actually create distractions. I'll explain that when I start uploading Hitman content on the channel, but it's just me listing off things off the top of my head. So now we have a gun. Woohoo, our best friend. Wow. At the start of most playthroughs, you get 2 bullets, but when you have randomized spawns, you either get the gun super early or you don't get the gun at all. You either get super lucky in finding its location, its tags, or both at the same time, depending on how you play. But the gun is an excellent multi-tool because the game was kind of designed for you to have the gun during the majority of the game instead of very little of it. So much so that they have a specific animation for like, oh man, you can do this with the flashlight. This is super cool and seamless. You get used to playing without the gun that like, oh man, you forget like that, like what a staple the animation is because it is actually really fluid. You learn to appreciate like, oh man, this is what's on the cover of the game. You know, two-handed action. That sounds really weird. Don't quote me on that. So with the newly found multi-tool, we can now load our 5 special little bullets with little helmets. He's outside the room. I don't know. You saw how that bullet kind of snapped into a different place, or maybe he moved the cylinder over. My left eye is closed on that, because my eyes are watering right now. Oh man, I'm rubbing my eyes. Let me think. So now we have the gun. Now we need to go towards and get the dog tag, secure the wrench, and burn corpses on the way. We do not need the grenades right now. My eye just keeps watering. How rude. Okay. So we have our 2 grenades. We have gun. Like I just called gun. Alright. Let's start going. So, with your gun, it's important to know that your bullets are limited until you find more. If you can find more. That's pretty obvious, hopefully. If you use other means to defend yourself until you absolutely necessarily have to use this thing. But you mostly have it up to make yourself feel better. Just keep walking. Okay. Because he has to walk in this gas. Unless we die here, which makes no sense. Because the game keeps spawning that gas, I'm still going to treat that gas as if it's like actual gas. I'm not going to walk into it thinking like the game's going to light it, you know. I'm not going to take chances like that. But now we're here, and now he also knows that we're here. Is this an issue? No. Why? Because we have the funny 6-cylinder sentence maker. I don't know. almost said sandwich making. I haven't had Subway in a while. I should have that this weekend. That's 2 traps. I already hesitated too much. I might as well stay here. Now you see other barrels and other gas canisters, but it makes no sense we can't get through this area to have access to both. He's scaring rats. He's in the walls. To my right. Back. So. He starts breaking random stuff. He's sitting still. He's not moving. He's waiting for something to happen. I'm hearing 2 different flickers. Okay, that one flickered. That means he's more way over there rather than closer to me. He's toying with me. That's really amusing. Okay. Down the hall, he's heading to where we need to go. Interesting. Back in the walls. Hopefully to my left. Yeah, awesome. That was a really hard trust with that movement because he could have popped up sooner. Yeah, but you learn to look out for specific like things that tell you what the monster intends to do and some. Grenade. Grenade. Let's get the dog tag before we start making too much noise. Okay. Alrighty. 1872. what one person might call a lot of waiting around, I call it tactically playing safe. Or playing living. Really amusing, honestly. I love the detailing on this guy's uniform. You can see like little rips and stitches like on the bottom of his shirt. You see that? I don't know, like you could tell like all the uniform and clothing is really well worn, considering the environments and then some. I might as well talk about like the intricate detailing of like the stitching you can see on this guy's blue uniform while I'm waiting for a monster to suddenly decide, oh man, there's nothing else here. You ever wonder how padded these uniforms are? Or how injured Henry actually got? I don't know how many people know this or how many people actually follow this game. The main character's name is Henry. Pretty sure that's obvious. He's still waiting around? He hasn't gone into a wall. Or maybe he actually walked out far. Let's peek and check. Broke something. That means he's in the main... either in the workshop room, which is a bit far, or he's in... like the bigger area. I don't hear him closer. Yeah, we're fine. Doing that on purpose because it's still recreating of what the previous run was, but still trying to make sure I take away what I want. I still want the extra throwables, the gas grenade, the flare, because the flare takes care of one problem right away, which is the rats in that little area. I would rather burn that area right now, or no, I would rather hold on to it and save it for that T section on the offhand chance that those rats are still there. You hit the explosive. Why'd you do that? You ever wonder if this guy poops? Do you think like he poops probably in like the tunnels or something? Oh, you triggered the gas too. You're vile for that. But that means you have to leave. Okay, this changes everything. Cool, we have the gas mask on. The game is giving me a bit of a bone by allowing me to see because of what's happening. So I can't perceive as much around me though. He's still good. And we're getting shot at. Now this is even worse. It's okay though. Oh man, this game is something else, dude. I fucking love this game. Think about how tense this moment actually fucking is. And like all I could do as the player, all I could do is just sit here. All I could do is fucking sit here. And this is the most smartest decision I could make. Sitting here doing nothing is keeping me alive. Because this is still doing the smartest thing I could think of right now. I'm still playing within my boundaries of what I can and can't achieve, adapting to the situation as it happens. But just because nothing is happening in the screen doesn't mean that I don't know what's happening around the game. Holy. So, okay. We have the dog tag. Let's at least make it back and then save our game from there. Crazy fog. Yeah, he hit that. It's interesting that he hit that. That was easy. Now that the gas is going to be in the in-between area, we'll be fine. I don't hear him open the door. Hear him open the door, I'll ascend. Still over there. Can't tell much though, because I'm right next to the gas. I'm leaning closer towards my mic so I can actually try to see silhouettes through it. Through those two lights, because if his physical silhouette blocks the lights, that kind of tells me where he is. But I'm not reading anything, so let's move forward. Gas mask does hinder hearing quite significantly, actually. We're using it as a means of trying to be safe because we only have the one way out. He's in front of us. Oh. He's in front of us. This sucks. Cool. By the stairs. Interesting. Okay. Means I need to go around. Just avoid the gas. Avoid the gas. This meat's useful. So, okay. That means I can use the meat to get past. Directions. Shit. Gonna send. We're back in fuel storage. So now we have to wait for him to go somewhere else to get the slip, and then we can leave. The gas might prevent him from pathing that way, though. That's okay. He didn't fully into tunnels. He's still outside. Gas dissipated. Cool. We noticed the moment that happened, so if anyone could comment down below how long it was, we greatly appreciate it. He turned around. He's heading back up. Interesting. Light stuff. Why? We're safe. Let's just leave. So right here at the edge, let's look at the code. 1872. We will remember that. Just for myself, so I don't have to do this stuff all over again. Put the gas mask on, because I don't trust if the game's doing this or not. Alright. I will now go secure the actual wrench so we don't have to make repeated trips, and we'll save, and we'll call it there. Bit less progress than I prefer to make, but progress is progress. Progress I can guarantee is better than progress I have to grind. Still though, I just love the fact that I'm playing this game. Oh, what is it? Could use bricks to also break more of those reserve looking boxes. So, Foreman Stafford. This code's always here, this thing's always here, because it's part of the progressing the actual getting out of here. 1872. Cool. Unfortunately, he only has that thing, but that's okay. Let's leave the bandage here, because we have our save with us. But now we have the wrench. So now let's save with the wrench in our possession. How do we do? The reason why I paused outside the safe room is because after a certain point, I don't know when, the safe room no longer becomes safe, which is really goofy. But I mean that wholeheartedly. I didn't want to leave the meat on the ground because that risks a rat eating it when I probably could use it, so. Look at that. We did a lot of progress because now we have a multi-tool with 5 rounds and the wrench, which allows us access to wine cellar, which gives us access to Molotovs and our fuel, which allows us to push our limits even further on what we can achieve with our things at our disposal, with our tools at our disposal. You can also use the wrench to get access to the warden's office and respectively gain extra stuff from soldiers' quarters. And it is entirely possible to have the wrench and have never set foot in maintenance if you still remember the code from prior playthroughs, which is something I would rather do and have other people know about it, rather than just say, hey, I'm doing this min-max run, and I know everything about this run, and no one knows about it, because that's, well, that's impressive, but only half impressive, because only you know everything and no one else knows nothing. It's like, well, if I showed you the entire journey and how long it took with me, and you're here for me with every second of every video or whatever, then that means a lot more to me than someone that just says, oh yeah, I know that you did this whatever playthrough, and whatever the title is, and it's like, cool, but like, did you get this from a specific moment? You get this from there? I don't know. I think that there's better bits of actual quality. Like, the more you watch someone, the more you actually get used to their space, get used to their type of person, the personality that they have, that type of stuff. I've been rambling on a lot. I know that people are probably like screaming at me, like, "Oh man, Alex, just save the fucking game." Yeah, there you go, for you guys. Look at that. Nice save. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot of fuel. Still minimal damage from last time. And we have the funny wrench. Oh, he cranking it. Oh, he cranking it. Oh man, he cranking it. I really wish this made a noise, but maybe if it was an actual thing, the noise would actually kill me. But that would be excellent as like a purposeful sound distraction you could do somewhere else because it would be loud. Oh, look at the shadow. He cranking it. He cranking it. I think that's super silly that you could just do that for no reason. Anyway, I will leave this episode off. Hello, bless you, bunker. I will leave this episode off, and let's go back to the main menu, since we already did save. So yeah, thank you all for joining me on this other episode of Amnesia the Bunker. All max custom, specifically min-maxed from minimal resources to max aggression. Thank you everybody so much for watching. My name is Wizard Alex, and I will see you when I see you. Comment down below and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye! I still don't have a concise way to end the recording, so I'm just gonna do the awkward thing and alt tab out like I do with every recording. I really need to think of a keybind for this. I don't have one yet. I'll think of something. Okay, bye!